Welcome to Standard Chartered India Money Insights, a podcast series that brings you topical insights and local perspectives on India's markets from the experts.
Hello everyone, my name is Ravi. Welcome to another edition of our weekly podcast. Global equities trended positive for another week, supported by declining US bond yields amid lower than expected US inflation and the US Fed's dot plot supporting the expectation of a rate cut later in 2024. Most US equity benchmark indices closed the week with gains. Asian equities trended mixed amid continued foreign investor sell-off from Chinese onshore and Hong Kong equities market, while strong inflows into Korean and Taiwan equities drove successive weekly gains for these markets. Back home, Indian equities gained for the second consecutive week. The Nifty index trended positive for the last 4 trading sessions of the week to post a weekly gain of 0.8%, supported by moderating inflation data and the announcement of the new government's allocation of key ministries, which indicated continuity of policy focus. Broader markets outperformed the Nifty index this week, with the Nifty Midcap Index up 3.8%, while the Nifty Small Cap Index was up 4.8% for the week. Among sectors, realty and capital goods led the winners with a gain of over 4.7% for the week, while FMCG and IT led the losers with cuts of over 1.3% for the week. The Indian fixed income market had another decent week as Indian government bond yields declined lower across the curve, supported by domestic inflation data that fell to a one-year low and a decline in US bond yields amid lower than expected US inflation print. The 10-year Indian government bond yield fell 3 basis points to close at 6.98%, while the 3-year and 5-year Indian government bond yields fell by 3 basis points each. The INR appreciated 0.2% for the week to close at 83.56 per dollar, as the impact of improving foreign investor inflows into domestic equities and declining US bond yields were negated by rising crude oil prices and stronger US dollar. INR gold fell 0.8%. Brent crude oil rose sharply on Friday, breaking a 3-week losing streak to post a weekly gain of 4% amid market forecasts of a tighter demand and supply dynamics in the third quarter, as strong summer demand could lead to a drawdown of inventory levels. Coming to macro updates for the week, the first was on India's consumer price inflation, which eased to 4.67% in May of 2024, marking the slowest increase in consumer prices over the last 12 months. The moderation was driven by easing prices for housing and clothing and footwear, while prices remained stable for food articles. On the other hand, deflation softened for fuel and light. On a monthly basis, India consumer prices rose by 0.48% for the second consecutive month. The second data was on India's wholesale price inflation, which accelerated to 2.61% year-on-year in the month of May 2024 from a 1.26% rise in the previous month. The surge was primarily driven by an advance in prices for primary articles and the food composite, which was driven higher by onion, potato and vegetable prices. At the same time, manufacturing prices recovered, recording a gain in over 15 months, mainly boosted by rebounds in basic metals and leather and related products. On a monthly basis, wholesale prices rose 0.2%, easing from an upwardly revised 1.06% growth recorded in the month of April. The third data was on India's industrial production, which rose by 5% year-on-year in the month of April 2024, higher than market expectations of 4.6% and a 4.9% growth recorded in the previous month. Manufacturing output, which accounts for nearly 78% of the total industrial production, expanded by 3.9%, driven by growth in furniture, metal products excluding machineries, beverages, wedding apparel, and transport equipments. Moreover, output was also higher for mining and electricity. At this point, I'll take a pause, and thank you as always for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like and subscribe. Have a great week ahead.
Thank you for listening to Standard Chartered India Money Insights. Stay tuned for the latest updates and market trends by subscribing to our podcast. For more information, reach out to your Standard Chartered Relationship Manager or visit www.se.com/in.